Hi there, this is Miki Tebeka, and continuing in our exploring the Unix command line, we are going to solve a problem of how many errors did our web servers had in the last week. And I'll show you how does a web server log looks in a minute when we start working. But the solution that we're going to use is something called a pipe. And this is not a pipe. Pipes, as we can see from the definition in Wikipedia, is a set of processes chained together by their standard streams, so that the output of each process, the std out or standard output, feeds directly as an input to the std in or standard input of the next one. And this is seem like a bit of complex definition, but let me show you what I'm talking about, and we can continue from there. So I have here some logs in my log directory. And if I'm using the head command, which just shows the beginning of a file, I'll pick just one random file to show. We see that we have lines, and every log line has a timestamp next to it. It has what is the level, where did the log came from, and then the log message itself. And we are going to find out how many of these errors. You can see here that we have an error from the queue component of our system. How many errors do we have from the logs? And we are going to use pipes. And pipes, as I said, are chaining two programs together. So for example, we have the program cat, which just cats what we have. So if we cat it through the head command, you see now that I don't give the head command file name. It just gets stuff from the input, and the input for the head command is exactly what the cat command is giving. So let's, for example, count out how many lines altogether we have in our log lines. So instead of catting just one file, we can tell the cat command to output all the log files, and we are going to pipe it through word count program. WC stands for word count. And we say -l means just count how many lines do we have. And when we use this pipe, we see that we get about 20,000 lines. Combining these together, again, we are going to filter out. And this is very common in pipes, that you are using some programs that are filter. One of the most common ones is called grep. Grep is just grepping, or taking just the lines that match some kind of an expression. So we want to grep the word error and see how many there are. So we have 3,302 errors in general. But these errors are errors from all the components. We would like to get just the components from our web servers. So again, we're going to filter them out by just grepping the word web and again piping it to word count. And here we have our solution, which is 10,062 errors in the last week. So we used pipe to get an output from one command and give it as an input to another command, and we chained all these programs together, and quickly we can generate a solution. And think about it, if you're going to write your own program to do that, you will probably reach out for a programming language like Python or C and start writing them. And there's a nice anecdote about history where Knuth, one of the greatest computer scientists out there, challenged people to find a solution to the problem of counting what are the most frequent words in a text file. And he wrote like a 10-page Pascal program to figure that out, which was a very nice and very elegant solution. And then McElroy, who is a Unix hacker, created a 6-line pipe that did exactly the same thing. And you can Google these things out and find out McElroy's solution, which is nice and elegant, but it's a bit more involved than what we want to do today. So if you want to recap what we did today, you can use pipe to chain programs together. You can quickly create complex solutions with pipes. You don't have to write programs. You don't have to go and do a lot of things that takes time, but you can quickly create ad hoc solutions which can be very, very complex with combining together a lot of simple commands together. And to master that, you need to learn a lot of the command lines tools that are available out there. We saw cat, we saw grep and we saw WC for word counting, and we also saw head at the beginning, but there are many more such utilities that you can use and chain together and create really a lot of complex and nice solution quickly and efficiently. And that's it. I hope you learned something new, and we'll see you next time.